absolutely diabolical. But you know what? I've got life as well. So I've just come back from dinner. Sorry, I'm reading a text. I've just come back from dinner with I call her one of my most sacred friends, because one of the girls that I met in Egypt, and she's moved all the way from Australia to live here in London, and she did it for love. And I was telling her how much I look up to her for the things that she has done for love. Shout out to my babes Hannibal if you're watching. And it wasn't just her coming here for love, was like the most minimal thing that she did for it. The things that she did beforehand for love, my G's. Ride on Time. You know what? I don't know how the title became the title, because just before I came on here, I watched a video called Right on Time by an artist called Leela James. Tell him, wait till I tell you how IG is behaving. By an artist called Leela James, and I didn't think much of the song, if I'm honest. She looks great, Leela. I mean, I haven't seen her for years, and she looks wonderful. And it's basically talking about a love that came on time, right on time. So when I wrote the title Right on Time, I was like, why did I write that? And then obviously it's just because I just watched this video. And then, but I was just like, hey Lenexa, I see you guys on IG just now. It wasn't because the title's Right on Time for a love being right on time. Everyone run away. Hey, make 1984 fiction again, my darling. I'm going to tell everybody why IG is moving mad, yeah? But before I do that, so yeah, I'm going to tell you about the title. So yeah, it was Right on Time. But when I wrote Right on Time, I didn't hear the song that I just listened to by Leela James. I heard Right on Time. Right on time, and it right on. Gotta get up. If you was in the 90s, that tune would have haunted your bumper clock, because it haunted mine. And I realised that I didn't even like this song. My table's a bit mad. I realised I didn't even like this song. And, but it was in my head, right on time. And I was doing a dance because, I was whopping. I was whopping to this. Do you get me? That was the move. So I played the song to see what the lyrics were, and the first lyric, it says, and love won't, let me see what the lyric is. Right on time, it's there. Love won't what? Because I can't play it, because you know how they move. Lyrics. Oh shit, it's gonna play it. Nope, don't want you to play it. I need to see what this first lyric of this song is. Wait, let me get the Zen music back up, because we love the Zen music. Let's get that up. Come on, mate, 1984 fiction again. I love you lot, man. While I'm here trying to sort my life out, you're just cussing off the trolls, and I love you for it, because I would do it myself. I'd do it myself. But let me find this very important lyric. Black Box. That's the name of the Ride on Time lyrics. It says, and love. No, where is it? It starts, and love won't take my love away, and time won't take my love away, and time won't take my love away. Right on time. You get it, right? So I was thinking, why the fuck is that song now in my head? I haven't heard it for years. Why is that the thing? And I was listening so I had to listen to it a few times, and I'm glad I've got the lyrics up here, because, You already know you know how my brain works. It just doesn't hold information like that. And the most important lyric, other than the wow, is you're such a hot temptation. You're such a hot temptation. Love won't let, what's that? And love won't take my love away. Okay, so boom. So we've just had a full moon in Scorpio. Remember we had some events coming up. In the last time we read a portal, there was some events coming up, and somebody suggested that maybe the full moon in Scorpio was the event. And I was like, okay. So the other day I went to go and see Sinners. Hi from Poland. I went to see Sinners for the second time. I mean, I should do a separate video on it, but then I just think it's overdone. There's no need for me to do a separate video other than talking about the hidden codes, and there's so many videos about it. I will say one thing about it, but at the end, I don't want to digress from what I'm saying. So I've gone to see the movie. Uh-oh, your girl is on her way. Uh-oh. And I've walked home. It was a lovely evening, and it was nice and warm. She's on her way. And so I'm walking home, and I'm having these thoughts about an ex. I'm having a thought about this ex, and it's actually upsetting me a little bit. Like, really, I'm feeling a bit sad about how everything played out and went down, and but at the same time, I don't want this ex back. General, I don't want this ex back because within an inch of my life, I feel like I escaped. And so, but I was thinking just how sad I was that we don't, we're not even friends anymore, and it kind of upset me. I mean, I'm not generally friends with exes. I don't really like the idea. I don't like being with somebody who says they're friends with their exes. I just don't like the whole idea. But for some reason, I went home. I was very, very sad, man. Fucking hell, like I was feeling some type of way, and then I thought to myself, but because I still love the people that I love. So I was very much in love with this person, and the love doesn't go away. It kind of stays, because today's portal is about the body, and you know that book, The Body Keeps the Score. Not only does it keep the score of trauma, but it also keeps the score of love. It also keeps those who you have loved in your body. It stays in your body as long as they haven't done you any wrong, real wrong, you know what I'm saying, and you haven't got resentment. That love hasn't turned into resentment or hate or anything like that. That love stays in the body. And in that moment, I had to decide what I wanted to do with that emotion, with that feeling. Did I want to contact him? What did I want to do with it? And I decided that I wanted to do nothing with it. So bear with me. I've got still to this day real sensitivity in my teeth, especially on this side. It seems to be getting worse, but it doesn't hurt. It's good, thanks. But it's very, very sensitive. Anyway, so I've come home and I've thought about it. I've thought really deeply, like, did I want to pick up contact again? What did I want to do with it? And then I realized that I don't want to do anything with it. It's, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, time won't take my love away, and time won't take my love away, but I'm not gonna fucking do anything about it though. And so when the full moon in Scorpio popped up and did what it did because I knew it was going to do something. Luckily for me, I, had that reasoning with myself the night before. And the person that I'm talking about is also a Scorpio. So it made sense that, they came back into my orbit and I could feel them again. So my point is this. Although we are in this portal of change, especially with Pluto in retrograde in Aquarius, I think Saturn just moved into Aries as well, Lord of Time. I feel like we are looking at certain events, certain points in time in our lives that wasn't so traumatic, was actually quite beautiful, and we are being asked if we would like to revisit those times, or are we ready to move on to a different time. And some of us want to revisit, and that's okay, but some of us don't, and some of us want to move on to a different time which has the potential of being even more beautiful than the time before. So I feel like the title, Ride on Time, I can't remember the rest of the title. It's got something to do with that song though. You're such a hot temptation. That's the title, isn't it? You're such a hot temptation. The temptation to revisit things that were possibly even quite beautiful. I'm talking more about people. This is not a love reading, but I am talking about things where we've had beautiful experiences with people, and we may want to revisit them, but I feel like it's a hot temptation. It may hold us back from something even more beautiful. And I say that to say, because I was talking, Taliba, to be honest, I can't tell you if the second time will be more beautiful or not, because with this particular person, we went more than twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. This is not the time. Thank you so much, Powell. I'm just doing an energy reading. I'm just trying to gauge the energy of how we're feeling as a collective, and the themes that are going on at this time for us as a collective. So I think maybe the second time can be beautiful, but I'm talking about something that maybe has been completely played out. Maybe that contract has expired, but it was beautiful all the same. This will bring me on to IG, because this trend that's on TikTok, I think it's on Instagram too, but I think it's more on TikTok, this trend of white people with ginger hair are actually black people. So what I did, brother, I've smoked enough joints in my life to know that is not the solution. Trust and believe me. So that being said, ginger people being black, hey Mr. Uganda, black people being black made me think about ginger people being black. I just made a silly post that said, looks like I haven't dated. I've done it on YouTube as well. I haven't actually dated outside of my race because he was ginger. And but in Instagram I posted a picture of him. If you're quick, you'll get to see it. And our Instagram is Jinal, because listen, there's 3 times more people in my stories than there's been in the last few weeks, because everybody wants to see this ginger, and he's fine to look at. It was a fine ginger. So remember I told you one day I'll tell the story about me and the Italian surgeon. It's on Instagram right now. So, but my point being is, as beautiful as that experience was, I wouldn't want to revisit that. Something tells me that now that I've said it, I might be tested to see if I mean what I say, because I mean, it was a different time, we were different people, but yeah, it would be interesting to see what happens for the collective when certain things that you may have once really desired and felt like it was a thing for you pops back up, to see what you do. Everybody ran to my stories to see Mr. Ginger Robin Thicke. He's fine now, isn't it? Am I lying? He's fine. And the fact that he was 6'3" and a surgeon, brother, listen, I don't even know why it never moved. Because do you know why it never moved further? I mean, there were so many reasons. Thank you so much. There were so many reasons as to why that situation didn't progress. But I just feel like in my mind, I wasn't mentally prepared for the. I'm about to say something that's so profound for me, but I think I wasn't mentally prepared for the outside judgments. I feel like I wasn't ready for the stares. I mean, there was enough stare. We were just dating. I wish I was a grandma. I mean, I'm old enough to be one, but I'm not actually one. So yeah, I just feel like this is a time now. Maybe you might not be revisited with the same person or scenario, but you may be visited with something that will test you, will test your gangster, to really see if you really don't give a fuck like you say you don't. You know what I mean? And for me, it's so obvious what that is for me at this time, which I'm not going to disclose to you lot, because not everything is for you lot, you get me? But I just feel like, you know, I feel like I'm ready to step into something that could have some people clutching pearls like raw, and that's okay. And I feel like that's probably what it is that I'm reading off the energy right now, where, you know, I talked about my sister who flew across the other side of the world for love, and some people would clutch their pearls at that shit, at the way it's playing out for her. But she's standing in that, she's standing in it fiercely, and that's what I love about it the most. That's what makes it so beautiful, that's what makes it so romantic for me, because it is so unconventional and she's standing in that shit, and it's playing out really well for her. Yes, there's challenges, of course. Thank you so much, Powell. Your girl is about to irritate the game, and she is looking to jump up. Come if you're coming, but if you bite me, I'm going to fling you down. Come if you're coming. Got the pendulum here. We won't need it though. I've never used a pendulum in a reading, have I? I just don't fully trust them. I just feel like the pendulum's going to do what I want it to do. If I were, oh, look, see the mistakes with the hair. Go. Yeah, man. I just feel like a lot of our gangsters going to be tested in this time, to see if what we won't do for love. I just feel like that's the theme. It's not usual for me to come out on big YouTube outside of a Friday and talk about love, but that's the theme. I feel like that is the theme, and that's what we're dealing with in these times. So Mama, I'm working. Can you hear the bell? I can't play with her right now. Babes, when you see like some of the mistakes, some of them, because remember I told you I did them too long in the last reading, so I had to cut them. And man, cutting faux locks, it's not for the weak. It's not for the weak. It's not for the weak. And then the reason why I put the hairband on is because like it's like 10 days old, this hairstyle now. So really and truly I could do with a little retwist at the front. So you get me. But I do like the bob. I think I'm going to keep this look for the whole summer and fix up the back as well properly, because the back's not done properly. But it's all right. It's all right. I feel really, really cutesy with this look right now. Anyway, so should we pull some cards to get more insight into this energy? Right on time. Everything right now is right on time. I feel like there's no more. Thank you so much, Telebar. I feel like there's no more waiting. There's no more delays. I think that if you have completely removed all of your hang-ups and your fears and your reservations about something, then it's going to turn up for you in such a massive way. I really feel like I'm chatting shit, because whenever I hear shit like this, I'm just like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Like, stop it. Come if you're coming. Because there's nothing I can do. If you pulling on my clothes means that I'm distracted. Just come up here if you're coming. Are you? Get off me. You see her? And she's pissed now. Look. Look at her. Look at her little face. Look at her little face. Look at her. She's pissed. But, girl, we're not having another episode like last week. Last reading. That was diabolical. She was really attacking me. And I've got the scars to show. You get me? Can you see? Like, I've got... She really chewed me up in the last reading. Anyway... Let's get into it, shall we? Like I said, it's not my usual broadcast, but this is the theme, and I'm just a messenger. So do not shoot me. And yeah, let's get into it. Our Divine Mother and Father who live within us, hallowed be thy name, our freedom come, your will be done in us as it is in you. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses against ourselves and others as we forgive those who trespass against us and themselves through all lifetimes, timelines, and levels of consciousness. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the absence of love. For we are the kingdom, we are the power. Divided we are weak, united we are victorious. And to you, Untiko, we give all of the glory forever and ever. Duanete. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done, and so it is, and so it will be. Ashe. I invite my ancestors, my guides, my angels, my Orisha Oyas here, my guardians of the sea, air, fire and ether into this space for the clear, precise reading about anything that we need to know about this time. Another thing that came yesterday, was it yesterday? I didn't go outside. The day before yesterday, this thunder was rolling and there was no rain. And so what I got was Shango is feeling some type of way. I feel like Shango is feeling a little bit left out in the dark. When I say Shango, I'm talking about the masculine. I feel like the masculine is feeling a little bit lost at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know in the comments, and let me know in the live chat if any of that makes sense or if it resonates. I just feel like the masculine is feeling very left out in the cold right now, and that includes our own. I am mistaken, so you guys are feeling very confident. Is that more correct? Because I'm just getting that the masculine is feeling a little bit lost at the moment. Oh, I love to hear that. I love to hear that. I do. So let me pull some cards, because I seem to be way off. I don't know if I've got all the right decks here though. We're just gonna have to make do with what's here, you know, sir. Just make do with what is here. Oh, masculine is back. I love that for you. I love that for you. I love that for us. I love that for us. Because another thing as well, I feel like sometimes in situations, especially matters of the heart, the feminine can be quite impatient. And so, oh, Tony, lost the old self that was lost. I love that so much. Come on, masculine energy. Stop gassing me. As I was saying, I was feeling like sometimes the feminine can be very impatient when it comes to matters of the heart, especially involving the masculine. And I feel like sometimes they want to rush things ahead. They want to, you know, say something, do something to rush the matter, because they feel like the masculine's taken too long to make a move. But I think it's really important at this time for the feminine to sit back and hold themselves together and wait for any type of move to be made by the masculine, because that's the masculine thing to do. Okay, all right, boom. First card out is Little Luxuries. Little Luxuries, it says, generates luxurious surroundings and experiences. Can you lot just screenshot that for your pleasure at a later date if you need to use this sigil? And what do these little luxuries entail? Because remember, I told you we're outside this year. We're outside this year, collective. And so generate little luxurious surroundings and experiences, which me and my sister did today. We went to a really beautiful Ethiopian restaurant, a new one that's opened up in my area, and we had a wonderful meal. And it was very beautiful. Like, the environment was lovely. It was new. We've got the tower in reverse. I haven't seen the tower in ages. It says continued oppression, trapped confinement, locked in old ways, weak foundation, avoidance. Masculine, I'm telling you, the ones that are here are saying one thing, but I'm telling you, I'm getting the energy of something else. I don't want to poo-poo on what you're saying to me, but my G's, I'm feeling that continued oppression, trapped confinement, locked in old ways, weak foundations, and avoidance, especially avoidance. Maybe not so much the other stuff, but I do think there's a lot of avoidant energy still going on with the masculine in the masculine collective. Maybe also in the feminine collective as well. I think that there is it's come up with luxury. Thank you, Decree. Thank you. I think that it's come up with luxury surroundings and experiences, and I think that maybe that's where the avoidance is. I think that I can speak for myself. I think that we are, hi Harley, we are definitely in our luxurious bags right now, and we are maybe using them as crutches to, hi pup, crutches to avoid maybe how we might be feeling about a certain somebody. And I'm going to keep it on theme. I'm not even going to be immature like I normally am and drop off and try to make it about something else. I definitely genuinely think that this body portal is to do with another body. I definitely think it's got something to do with connections and matters of the heart. And I feel like this Scorpio full moon definitely brought a lot of things to the surface. A lot of things were said out loud that were kept in, especially being Taurus season. We're dealing with the throat. If you're having any throat issues, I think it's because there's some things that you still need to say out loud. You might not need to say it to the person, but you do need to say things out loud. I think the honesty to yourself definitely needs to be a thing. So I think avoidance is definitely a theme for the collective, although they are surrounding themselves with luxury surroundings and experiences to try and numb that, you know, because a lot of us have let go of a lot of our vices, that we used to use to help control our feelings and suppress our feelings and stuff. So therefore we're moving on to new things, you know, be it, like I said, be it luxurious goods, surroundings, or experiences. And I think that if we're not honest with ourselves, we can almost swap out what we really want to feel and experience for these false temporary fixes. Ooh, girl. the realness of it all. The realness of it all. It's no joke. What does that smell? Oh, it's the sage. There's nothing wrong with having luxurious experiences and surroundings. You gotta go, because you're crazy. I will not be cussing any of you today. I will just be removing you on sight. Just like if it was in real life and you was moving mad, I would thump out your chest on sight. Okay? Okay. I was just going to overshare, but I'm not going to tell you that. Trolls are really out tonight, innit? Wow. Today, somebody got on my nerves, and I told him, this is a stranger on the street, it just did something to irritate me, and I told him that I would punch him in his throat. And I feel like I would have actually done it if he continued. He swiftly moved away from me. But I feel like when you live in a place like I live, which is the capital of mad people, you have to act mad. You have to act mad and mean it with your chest. You can't act sane. There's no reasoning with some of the people in this manner. You get me? So... And plus, I heard as well that when you're going through perimenopause and menopause... Hey, Ash! Thanks so much. Yeah, I heard when you're going through menopause and perimenopause, you're irrational. I mean, I haven't really experienced that because luckily for me, I live alone. I'm going to do some more videos. Hey, Marilyn. I'm going to do some... I think lives on menopause, perimenopause, because you lot don't really fuck with my videos. So I'll do a live on, I'll start doing some lives on menopause. I've been having conversations with some of my sisters that are also going through it, and we're finding solutions to some of these problems that arise. Like, I'm not having many of the symptoms anymore. You know what's really started to kick in for me though? This, what's it called? Frozen shoulder. I just thank God for all of my years of yoga, because I feel like if I didn't do as much yoga as I'd done over the years, I probably wouldn't be able to move this shit. But because it's constantly been in use. Like, I remember my mum saying to me, like, at one point she couldn't lift her arm above her head, and I used to think it was just because she was an overweight girl, because my mum's quite a big girl. Oh, you're right, babe. But to be honest with you, I've got really good flexibility, and I've got into weights as well. I've started to lift some weights because I know that for the menopause girlies, like, cardio and them things is not really working for us anymore, so we have to get into lifting these weights. So I've got into that, and to be honest with you, I'm really glad, because I am feeling a little bit of relief on the shoulder. But this frozen shoulder, oh my God, like I said, I just thank God for the years and years of yoga, because shit, that's a real thing. That's a real fucking thing. But yeah, I'm not having night sweats anymore. I'm not having hot flushes. I only really got that 3 times. I never had that often, but the night sweats were a thing. I'm not having them anymore. What else am I not having? My joints are not as sore anymore either. Yeah, I have a lot of magnesium in my food. Hey, pretty Nikki. When I tell you, look, thank you for moderating for me today, darling. When I tell you that some of the yoga moves are so helpful, No, I'm not having none of those things. Hot flashes, night sweats, and no sleep. I'm sleeping like a baby. In fact, my dreams are so vivid that that I can almost, it's like I bring things out of the dream now, absolutely out of the dream realm into my real life, and try to really incorporate them. Oh, honey, I would suggest trying to go to bed before 11 o'clock. Be in bed by like 10. Start sleeping on your left side. Start sleeping on your left side so that toxins can drain out. And I would do a prayer. I start talking to God. I pray. As soon as I put my head on the pillow, I start talking to God. And before I know it, I'm asleep. So that might be able to help. You can also put on a little bit of, maybe, if I'm not, I need silence, but there's some people that can go to sleep with like meditation music and those types of things. They might be able to help. I mean, I sleep really well. I haven't really had problems with sleep. I do get up once in the night, and that's, well, early in the morning, 4 or 5 in the morning. That's just to feed the cat, and I'm right back to sleep again. So yeah, I'm having great sleep, especially when I quit weed. My sleep's even better. So yeah, guys, I don't know. I'm gonna really take time to really think about the menopausey stuff and come on a live, and we're gonna talk about the things, and we're gonna come with more solutions. I can fall asleep, but I wake up every hour or two, so I'm getting sleep. Oh, honey, I'm sorry, Marilyn Clayton. Marilyn, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. I don't even know what to tell you. The things that are running through my mind, I feel like this is not the live for it. I'm really going to do an honest live about this menopause thing and some of the things that I have done to help me. Some of the things are really unconventional. I was talking to one of my sisters and she'd be doing it too. So like, I'm just like, it's not, I mean, if it's working for us, it's be working for us. But we're going to talk about it. And I'm definitely gonna give you a lot prior warning and let you know that I'm coming to talk about perimenopause, because I really think, first of all, I think perimenopause and menopause is definitely an invitation for women to put themselves first. It's their villain era. It's the time where they shouldn't really give a fuck about anybody but themselves, and they should really prioritize their health and their bodies. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it anyway. With little luxuries, we got entrepreneur, which is interesting. An entrepreneur angel. Listen to this. Self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance. We are your co-workers and teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways. So all for you guys that I've forever been telling you, look, get on with it and make 1984 fiction again. Get on with it, because the little luxuries and experiences are there for you. The avoidance of not doing this is ridiculous, and it's also blocking some heart things. Blocking some heart things. And this also goes for the masculine energy, particularly the masculine energy. I feel like I'm reading this for some of you guys. Have got some incredible ideas, some really amazing skills, and you guys are really not utilizing that. You're outside working for somebody else, working for the man. And I feel like as well, this definitely could be some of your issues. You know, I'm ready to slap you in the face about it, because baby, I need a collection. I need a line. You get me? I need a link. I need a link to send for my sisters. I need you to be the person, the go-to person when I'm buying gifts for my girls. I'm coming to you to buy them these beautiful garments that they forever admire every time I put it on my back. So girl, get it together. Get it together. Entrepreneurship, I know it's not for everybody. I get that, but I do feel that this collective is definitely the collective. Okay, so boom, let's get into it. Just What's the best place? Email me, mamadtarot@gmail.com. mamadtarot@gmail.com. Message me immediately. I'm gonna check my messages and we're gonna arrange a time and a date. And please, that's our first reading. I cannot wait. Please, I can't wait. Can we get on with it? So yeah, guys, I really feel like the reason why some things are delayed because you're not aligned. You're not aligned with what it is that you're supposed to be doing. I feel like for the feminine energy, if you are into entrepreneurship, then you are definitely going to start experiencing some real beautiful payoffs, luxurious surroundings and experiences. For those that are not, the avoidance is a big deal and you need to really look at the reasons as to why you're avoiding it. And for the masculine energy, it's the same thing. If you are into some entrepreneurship, then it's really going to kick off some amazing experiences for you. But if you're not, and you're avoiding your entrepreneurial calling, I really think that this is another reason why you're not feeling that you're ready to experience some really mind-blowing and amazing experiences in love. I'm smiling because I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm not. I mean, there's more I could be doing, but I know that I'm in my entrepreneurship bag. I've been in my 10 years. I've been in Locks Good, and this year, this November, and I can't believe it. I can. When I say I can't believe that I haven't had to work for nobody for the past 10 years is. Whew, it's so beautiful, and it's truly like when it says that it says here self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. When I tell you, it really does. It allows you to rest when you need to rest. It allows you to do what you want to do, move where you want to move, go where you want to go, be who you want to be, dress how you want to dress, say what you want to say. It just allows you to be yourself. You've got absolutely no one telling you how to be, what to do, where to be, when to be. And there's such a underrated value in that. When you are completely in charge of yourself, I feel like some people are afraid because it's a huge risk to go into business for yourself and to take these risks and the highs and the lows of entrepreneurship, because I can write a book about those. But at the same time, it is always worth it. It's always worth choosing yourself. It's always worth choosing your sovereignty. Always. Like, I ain't got no regrets. I ain't got no regrets, man. And I'll tell you this, I'll do it again. I would do it again and again and again and again. And I saw this thing one time that said, you may envy where I am right now, but I failed more times than you've tried. I was like, God damn. Because it's true. I have failed more times than a lot of people have even tried once. And I'm not scared of failure. Not in business, not in love, not in parenthood, not in nothing. I'm not scared of failure because it will always level me up. Every time something doesn't go my way, it's either to level me up or to protect me. Lucy, I don't know the language, but I am here for Palestine, for real. I think it's awful. I saw this thing the other day that said the reason for the number one reason for child deaths in 2025 is Palestine. My heart hurt me, see, when I saw that. Listen, card number 2 is Star. We got the Star card. You know what that is. You know that represents Aquarius energy. Aquarius energy is wish fulfillments. It says here, the silver energy of a star brings good luck and serendipity. Remember what I told you? Stay delulu in your outcome. Stay delulu in your outcome still, because if your outcome hasn't come to pass, continue to stay delulu in it. Not in that weird way where, you know, not in that toxic way where you want something for yourself but it's toxic. You want something for yourself but it's hurting you. You want something for yourself but you know that your immune system is out of whack because of it, and your nervous system is out of whack because of it. We're talking about those things that you know you deserve, those things that you know are for you, and you know that will be great for your well-being, great for you, just great for your existence in life. And those are the things that I'm saying stay delulu in your outcome for. And sometimes it may involve another person. Like I said to my sister today, I ain't afraid to tell people that I need a man. Yeah, I said what I said. I need a man. I used to be like, oh, I don't need a man, but I want one. But no, I need a man. I need help. My G's, I need help. And I've experienced help. And I love it. I enjoy being assisted and helped in the things that I need to do. I love it so much. So I ain't afraid to tell nobody that I need a man. Not that I want a man. I need a man. And I don't think there's any shame in that. I think it's crazy that we've been shamed into believing that that is a terrible thing to need. And that's just me. It's just my POV. You get me? It's my personal point of view. You know what I mean? So, you know, this is a time where, you know, what you want you can have, but you got to be honest about it. You got to be fucking honest about it. Because I've resigned from being an independent strong black woman. I'm not here for none of that shit. Shit don't mean shit to me. Okay, that's my sister just letting me know that we got home. I am the lesson. Good rising, mama. Beautiful loves. Creative love. Ultimate hurt. Oh, hello, that sister. I am the lesson. So let's look at this star card. Let's look at this silver. The silver energy of a star brings good luck and serendipity. Oh, we had a lovely time, me and my sister today. Had a beautiful time. And this is where I was honest with her. I was just like, and the thing is, the one thing that I've learned about, men, recent times is that they need to feel needed. That's their whole they need to feel needed. They need to be. You need to tell them that you need help. So if you're over here being an independent, strong woman, how do you expect to have help? And how do you expect to have a man feel needed? Another thing that they need is praise. They do. They need to be told that they've done a good job, and that the only way that you can tell them that they've done a good job is if you ask them to do something for you. You get me? You need to ask them to help you. And when they do help you, you need to, well done, good for you, good job. Because my sister was saying that she's noticed that she's from Australia. Her father's Aboriginal, her mother's Jewish. And she was saying that one thing that she's noticed since she's been here is that black men, especially men in general, but black men are not held. They're not held by their women, whether it's their mothers, their partners, their sisters, whatever. They're not held by their women. There's this expectation that they need to be all-encompassing, strong and mighty, and they go without the simple little things of being encouraged and being emotionally held and emotionally vulnerable. They're not allowed to be that. And I think that it's so important to, when you are in the presence of, I'm not talking about these pussy-holes. I'm not even going to call them pussy-holes, because the pussy-hole is strong and mighty and a portal of life. These dickheads, because that's weak and is fragile. I said what I said. Yeah, when you, I'm not talking about being in the presence of these faciols. You get me? These dumb, ignorant men. I'm talking about real beautiful masculine men who, you know what I mean, they're just out here. They're just out here just trying to do their best, man. And, you know what I mean, not trying to get caught up in all of the foolishness. And those, they really deserve to be celebrated. And I just don't think they are. And because many of them are just, you know what I mean, they're just grinding. They're just trying to do what they need to do. But even when they go home, they're not celebrated. They're not seen. They're not loved. And I hate that for them. I really, really hate that for them. So with the Star card, we've got the Five of Cups in reverse, which is given acceptance, hope, forgiveness, gratitude, charity, kindness, new alliances, and recovery. What did I just say? What did I just say? It's really important. If you truly want these connections in love, I feel like there's new alliances that need to be made, man, and there needs to be kindness and some forgiveness when it comes to the masculine energy. There also needs to be a level of acceptance, because I do think that, you know, when people enter into relationships, they expect their partner, their masculine partners, to be all encompassing and everything that they need. But I just think that's just too much. I can't be everything for one person, you know, as a mother, as a partner, as a sister, as a support, as a general support. I can't be everything for one person. I need to be able to have a village. I need to be able to have different people for different things. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I think that, you know, men, when we I'm talking about men particularly, when we as women get into partnerships with men, we expect them to be everything: our best friends, our confidants, our therapists, our stylists, our this, our that. And really and truly, that's not really the remit. You get me? Like, if I want to talk about fucking fashion and all these things, I'm not really going to talk about it with my nigga, because they don't really give a fuck. Facts. They don't really care. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna talk about it with somebody else that's got a real interest. I'm not gonna get upset because my man don't care about some of the things that I care about. That's okay, because I've got other people that do, and I can have the conversations with them. You know what I'm saying? Also, I think that there needs to be a code of honor now in relationships again, because we can discuss our relationships, but there does need to be a code of honor, a code of trust and intimacy, because you don't tell everybody everything. You can say, yeah, you might be having problems, but you don't really need to get into all of the details. You can get into the details of how you may be feeling, but you don't need to be talking about your man's business. I think that this is one of the really toxic things that has really separated us at this time, because it's too much details, too much lavish, too much secrets being spilled about people who haven't given you permission to tell those secrets. And vice versa. Men don't really do that, honestly, but I think women, we tend to talk too much about our relationships, and we tend to really get into the details of the inadequacies of our men. And really and truly, you need to be having the conversations with your man about that. You don't need to be talking about you don't need to be talking about that to any of your sisters, because what are they going to do? What do they care? Do you understand? Then can we normalize talking about our relationship problems with the person that we're having the relationship with, as opposed to other people? And if you can't have those conversations with the person that you're in the relationship with, then maybe you don't need to be in that relationship. Do you get me? If you can't discuss the problems that you are having, if they are off the table for discussion, maybe you need to look about a different somebody, where you can be open and honest about things, because we're not going to discuss our problems with people who can't do fuck all about it. We're not going to divulge our partner's secrets to people who don't really give a fuck and will betray them at any point and betray you. I remember one time, this is when I was heavily into girl talk and girlfriends and, trusting some women that were in my life. And I told her a secret, a really detrimental secret. And she told her man during pillow talk, and her man then told my husband, my ex-husband at the time, my husband at the time. And that was the end of us. What I needed to do was have this conversation with my husband. I mean, I take accountability. I should have had this conversation with my husband so that he didn't hear it secondhand, because I was willing to tell him what the thing was, but not at that time. But he'd already heard it. He'd sat with it for months, and he didn't say anything. And I was just like, that girl I don't speak to this day, and I would never reconcile with her. But it just goes to show that people don't really give a fuck about you or your relationship. It's something to talk about. It's something to compare. Especially if you're having problems, they'll lay down with their man and tell their man about your problems just to sugarcoat or glide over the fact that they've got problems of their own. Because I'm not even going to get into it. I'm not even going to get into it. Just please, can we normalise talking about our relationship problems with the people that we're having the problems with instead of outside parties? Can we normalise keeping our partner's secrets? Can we normalise not degrading our partners, our men, in front of other women who couldn't give a fuck? Can we normalise these things? Because I'm sick to death of hearing first of all about the inadequacy of somebody else's man, because I don't care. I'm sick to death of hearing what they're not doing. Tell them. There's nothing I can do about it, and I can't get the time back that you've just wasted telling me. Hey Rari, steady progress. This is good. Steady progress. We acknowledge you for the progress you've made in remembering love in your daily activities. We can clearly see the contribution you have made. The contribution you are making to the world through your thoughts, feelings and actions of love. It's really, really, I think, in order to really get these healing juices flowing, we need to keep love at the forefront of who we are as a species. Yeah, I mean, humanity really needs to understand that love is our core. That's why I love this whole ginger people are black movement, because they're coming out, the gingers are coming out and saying things like they've felt so unseen and bullied and hurt by life, and now black people are coming and saying like, come over here, we love you, and they're feeling so loved and embraced and felt. And oh my god, honestly, now some of the confessions that are coming out from these people are actually so heartwarming, and also it's beautiful. As one of the most suppressed groups in the world, we are saying, come over here, we love you, we'll love you, don't worry. Even if your own don't love you, we'll love you over here. I think it's so beautiful, man. I think it's beautiful that we are starting to see that we're just all in search of the same thing. I don't know what that is, Rory. We're just all in search of the same thing, which is, Pretty Nikki, when I say you're on this thing, yeah? When I say you're on this thing, but we're all fundamentally just wanting to be loved and accepted for who we are. That's it. That's just it. That's the only thing we care about as a race, fundamentally, is to be loved and accepted for who we are. Imagine John Lennon said, imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. Imagine there's no war. Imagine there's no separation, religions, and all these things that separate us. Just imagine what that would be like, you know. And I think our imagination will bring us the reality. I just think collectively we're just not doing it enough. And just this little glimpse of imagine what it's like when we hold people accountable for being ridiculous. Like Ibrahim Traoré is absolutely one of the fiercest African leaders we've seen in a really, really long time. And we are holding the West accountable for trying to stop this man from doing what's right for his country and trying to assassinate him for doing so. We can see that together we are united and victorious. Divided we fall. That's what we know. So this war between the sexes, especially, it's just ridiculous. And I feel like, especially where it says in the Five of Cups, there needs to be some more acceptance, hope, forgiveness, gratitude, charity, kindness, new alliances, and recovery when it comes to coming together. There's no point us coming together with the same energy and the same attitude that we've done so in the past, because it's not going to work. We know where it goes, we know where it leads, you know. And I think this full moon in Scorpio has really brought some of these things to the surface, and it's also brought some honesty to some people's hearts. Do you know what I'm saying? So that what was the title? That is such a good something temptation, such a good temptation. That temptation to go back to what you thought was beautiful. Not to say that it wasn't. I'm not taking the experience or anything away from people, but was it really? Was it really the reality that you imagined it to be? And why can't you have what you imagined it to be? Why was it so distorted? And because if it wasn't distorted, you'll still be experiencing it right now. Such a good vibration, Creations TV station, but also temptation. Such a good temptation. I also want to pull one of these abundance cards for the little luxuries, the entrepreneur, and the avoidance, because we missed that. I knew something wasn't right. New. Girl. The newness of it all. I just think, you know, this is a new time. You lot might kind of look and feel and smell the same, but it's not the same. You're not the fucking same, that's for sure. You're not the same. Like, I was reading over, that's why I love a journal. I was reading over my journal for the last year, where I was this time last year. But I don't even recognize her. I don't even recognize that version of myself. I can't believe how far I have come in just 12 months. I absolutely have nothing to do with that version of myself. And that's what I was saying, this full moon, it could have been brutal, but if you'd done the work, if you'd really focused on the work, then it's like doing the assignment before the deadline. That's what it was like. It's like doing the assignment before the deadline. If you've done the work, that clearing, that purging, that acceptance, that took off those rose-coloured glasses and saw everything and everyone for who and what they were, then this Scorpio full moon was alright. it was all right. It weren't so bad, you know what I mean? There was just a few things that still needed to be shed. I found that I needed to renew a few things, renew a few rituals and stuff, especially protection rituals around the house that kind of felt like kind of wore off after 5 years. So I just did those again very quickly, and had a bath, lit some shit in the garden, did an offering, and slept like a baby. You know what I mean? Woke up the next day feeling brand the fuck new. And that's how it should have felt, because Scorpio represents life, death, rebirth. You should have been washed anew. You know, it may take a few weeks for you to really see. Thank you so much, Kyle. To really see the fruits of your hard work, of your labor. However, some things may be very present, and you may be able to see some things now. Pretty Nikki, I'm not mad at Kyle. Make sure you don't block him. So yeah, guys, that's what I want to say about that. Otherwise I'll just go on and on. And then the final is spirit. Make sure the next time you enter into anything with anyone, make sure that spirit is at the center of it. Make sure Jah has blessed that, because we're not doing that anymore. We're not going into anything without the guidance and the support of the Most High. We're not doing that anymore, collective, as Pretty Nicky, because I'm not mad. I wasn't mad at him. I wasn't mad at Kyle. So guys, it says here, heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. As this is as we're talking about matters of the heart, I think it's really important to tap in with your spirit team in advice, for really asking for guidance, because your ego sometimes will get in the way. Like I said, with the feminine energy, it will be a matter of impatience and wanting things now. Come on, get on with it. And then with the masculine energy, it may be feeling that they may be a little bit inadequate, maybe not qualified or ready to approach that particular feminine for whatever reason. And I feel like this is all ego based, and if you are being brought together by spirit, by your spirit teams, then why the fuck not? Trust me when I say you look, this time next year, then I'll be able to really break down why I feel like this is such a serious matter and something that needs to be addressed and looked at this time. Because I know that in my life, in my 49 years, I've never picked a partner that's been good for me to this day. I've had a good time, but these people have not been good for me, not one of them. There's always, the signs have always been there. Hey Tisha. Thank you, Tisha. I'm trying to be consistent. Trying to give you a little bit more of me, not just witchy stuff, just me as a general person. But yeah, so yeah, I've never really picked a great partner for myself, and so why not let spirit pick my partner? And if I'm not mistaken, whose spirit is pushing me in the direction of, I was very hesitant. I've been very, very fucking hesitant for ego-based reasons, but spirit has said, girl, I'm trying to show you what's good for you. I'm trying to give you something you've never had. I'm trying to give you the best you've ever had, and you're here resistant and you're here hesitant. The fuck is wrong with you, girl? And so I really think it's really important to bring spirit and your spirit team into your decision making, because they will let you know if if it's a go or not. And yes, you do have free will, but I surrender my free will on a daily basis. Trust and believe I do. I'll be saying, look, your will, not mine. Your will and not mine. Because my will, brother. So it's hard to see if this came up upright, because it came up sideways. So I'm just going to call it upright, the Knight of Wands. And it says energy, passion, adventure, generous, impetuous, courage, and departure. Remember what I told you about my sister who travelled from Australia to here to be for love? Some of you may be travelling. Some of you will definitely be exploring some new terrain, but with vigour and passion and with confidence. You know what I mean? Just because it's new, it doesn't mean you have to be timid with it. You understand? Be confident. Be yourself. Be excited. It's an adventure. This life is an adventure. Why are we being so, careful and cautious? The fuck? Life is to be lived, and we don't have to be careful and cautious on every step of it, on every step of the way. Don't listen to me, because I'm an Aries, so as long as I don't die, I'm good. As long as I don't die, I'm good. So I'm going to, step out on faith. It's time to step out on faith. Obviously, this first card, this top card that's come out, there's nothing to worry about. I love that for us. There's nothing to worry about. It says, you are safe, and this situation is under the perfect control of divine providence and universal order. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you. Let's just reiterate that this is your movie. You are the script writer, you are the star, you are the producer, you are the director. We're just extras in your movie. So if you, as the hero or the heroine, get everything that they want because that's what you've written, and that's how the movie goes. That's how the movie goes. When you think about movies, and I've always said that a lot of movies are documentary, living organically, vibrating effortlessly. Yes, Trisha, I've always said that movies are documentaries, a lot of them. But have you noticed that a lot of movies do have happy endings? A lot of movies do end on a high. Do you understand? A lot of movies end where we're all like this. That's how we are at the end of a lot of movies. You know what I mean? Especially a rom-com. And we're in a rom-com here because some of it's crazy, some of it's funny. So, we've absolutely got to write ourselves the best outcome. How does the movie end for you? And at the end of the movie, it's always just the beginning. When the guy gets the girl or the girl gets the guy, it's just the beginning of the movie. You know what I mean? All we saw was the process. The movie was just the process, but the ending is actually the beginning. So how does your beginning begin? You know what I mean? Your process was your process, and sometimes it's a little bit raw. You get me? Sometimes it's a little bit, sometimes it's a little bit harrowing, a little bit hair-raising, but how does it end? How does it end? Or some of you have already seen glimpses of the end, but didn't believe it, so it just slipped through your fingers. You get it? Some of you didn't believe the end. Some of you are still, like I said, some of you haven't got acceptance or forgiveness, kindness, new alliances, recovery. Some of you haven't recovered from the past. Some of you are still speaking through your scars. Some of you are still thinking and manifesting through your scars. And it's really, really important at this point that you are aware of that so that you can do something different. Okay? Your scars are going to be your scars. Like, they don't go away. The scars remain. But you don't have to make decisions and live through them. You don't have to keep looking at them and be making decisions based on the scars. I'm still going to let Marceline play with me and all the things, even though she's fucked me up. She's my babes. I love her. Love you, Mars. She's asleep, which we give thanks for. So yeah, some of you are still making decisions for your scars. Thank you, Pretty Nikki. I'm almost finished, so I'm really grateful for your energy tonight and your work. It will not go unmissed. I love you. Thank you. All right, so boom, let's pull one more from the abundance when it comes to spirit being in our life. As you can see, there's nothing to worry about, and you're about to move across new terrain. I picked up the Imagine card for why. That goes there. Alright, after this I've just got a crystal to read and then we out. Charles are really on one today, isn't it? Gratitude. You gotta be gratitude. You gotta be grateful for. You gotta be thankful now. You gotta be thankful. You've got to be in it. You gotta feel it. You gotta believe in it. You gotta believe in it. You get me? I promise you. Say thank you for before you walk in it. You must say thank you. You must be grateful. You must have gratitude. Listen, you don't even understand. I feel like I could cry. I'm so grateful for what I know is mine, or what isn't my experience. Not because nobody belongs to anybody. Let's be clear about that. But through the experience, I know that I am beckoning on. You understand? Like, I'm really grateful. I mean, I'm not mad at anytime there's something new, some new coming in for me. It's always a vibe. It's always a vibe. I don't regret none of them. I don't regret not one of them. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't regret not one of them. The main characters, like there were some sub characters that were just, fleeting little things. But the main characters that have really stepped up into my heart space, I don't regret not one of y'all. Know that. Okay, grateful for all of you. And that's another thing, just be grateful for everything that you've learned in the past experiences, so that you can absolutely embrace what is coming for you, whether it's new or something that's even more expansive in something that's existing. I love it for the collective, because this is not so much a love reading, it's more of an energy reading and what's available to us at this time. And what is available to the collective at this time is love. True, heartfelt, real, committed love. I was trying to think of some other words, but I couldn't. The crystal deck can take its time. We got selenite. 21. I love it. Selenite, divine light. In the ancient world, selenite protects against wandering of the mind. It evokes mental clarity and divine inspiration. Can you see what it is? Right. Yeah, divine inspiration. Self-understanding. Spirituality is vital for you. You are a translucent soul who moves fluidly through time. You are a translucent soul who moves fluidly through time. Ride on time. Use insights wisely. Avoid confusing past with present. Did you hear me? Avoid confusing the past with the present. You see into people's hearts to what motivates them. Do not be manipulated or too eager to please. Stand by what you know. You have the gift of clarity and mental flexibility with the power to make excellent decisions. Divination. A situation is unpredictable no matter how solid it appears. Be prepared for challenges and changes. Banish confusion. Clarity is needed. So you got to choose. You got to know what you want. Like I said, if you lot are still moving through your scars, you lot are going to be umming and ahhing and doubting. And that's you're going to get more of that. You need to be clear. Something comes up from the past and it's a hot temptation. You need to be clear. Okay, I don't want that though. I just don't want that though. I want something different. Thank you, but no thank you. And be open to whatever is coming through that's new. Clarity is needed. Allow divine light to inspire the future. Allow divine light to inspire the future. Let go of something dear to you. Woo! Lord of mercy. Let go of something dear to you. Parting does not mean loss of love. What was the first words we read in this thingy? Time won't let my love go away. Wasn't that what I said at the very beginning of this reading? That's what they're saying. Doesn't mean I don't love you. Reconciliation is possible. Make the first move. Overheard conversations enlighten you. Healing insight. I don't know, because it's a bit contradictory to what I said, isn't it? It's about making the first move. You get me? Because but anyway, it's divine inspiration. It says make the first move. Healing insight. Being in the flow strengthens your well-being. Frequency exceptionally high. Crystalline alchemist, girl. Frequency exceptionally high. Chakras, highest crown, soul star and stellar gateway. Timing, Taurus and Cancer. Soul path, shining divine light on earth. So if we're in Taurus season now, by Cancer season, yeah, that should be loved up. Alright, that's it. That's your portal reading for the 5-5 portal and the body. Take it or leave it. Take what resonates, leave what don't. I'll see you lot later. If you want to see my ginger lover, go into Instagram, he's over there. If you want a personal reading, go to my website. If you want some journal prompting and some other stuff, from cooking to meditations to 5 aspects of the soul, book club, it's all over on Patreon. And as always, my loves, you lot light me up. I'm so grateful to you as always, and I will see you with a new set of nails, because you can see these ones are growing out. So I'll see you soon, and I love you, love you, love you. And I pray, because hope is not a strategy, I pray that you guys are open to love, especially in this season, because it's available to you. Alrighty, I'll see you soon. Bye, 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 bye.